with the muscle. I just look for money. I keep finding trouble. Where it's at? Watch my back, cause they don't love you. Copycat. Trying to
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight we'll see the Washington Wizards playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they come into this game having won 3 straight, looking to make it 4. We'll see if they can get it done. And some of the best guards in the league facing off tonight, different skill sets, different styles. Kenny, if you had to build a guard from scratch, what are some of the characteristics you'd look for?
Oh, no question. I'd take the shooting touch of Steph Curry. I'd take the
He makes it look
effortless. I'd take the toughness of Russell Westbrook. I'd take the basketball savvy of Chris Paul. And I'd throw
You take the defense of...
I'll take the defense of Tony Allen and throw it all together. You wouldn't put that together, Shaq? That's making you tired and sleepy? Wake up!
Is this boring you?
I would want toughness. You have to be able to switch on to certain players, the bigger players, and I would like the leadership.
And give me the size of Michael Carter-Williams at the point.
The size of Michael Carter. How about the size of Magic Johnson?
No, that's a little bit too big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because later on in his career.
Huh?
Wake up, man.
What happened?
Leadership.
Oh, sorry.
And I'll take the ability not to go to sleep like Shaq.
Well, if you answer the question.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Washington Wizards come into this after their win against the Rockets in Houston. And they barely squeaked by with that one, edging out by just 1 point.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Yeah, they were up against a team that struggled all night to get things under control. Mistakes and turnovers and just sloppy play all game long.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, the NBA Players Union recently voted unanimously to fund health care insurance for retired players. Now, Chris Paul, the Players Association's president, said, "We're in this position because of the hard work of the men who came before us. It's important that we take care of our extended NBA family and ensure the well-being of our predecessors." Kevin?
Thanks, DA. A true sign of how caring the NBA is, always looking out for the retired players. Great guards battling it out tonight, Brent. Who was the thorn in your side at the guard position back when you were playing?
2 guys for me come to mind, Kevin. One is a guy that's in the Hall of Fame. I think you might remember him. His name is Allen Iverson. And I specifically...
yes, I do recall him.
You heard about that guy. I remember specifically one time where Gary Payton and I, playing in the Seattle backcourt, had prepped for a game where he was going to take AI, I was going to guard Eric Snow, and I was thanking the heavens that that was the case for that night. We got to the game. Gary Payton turned to me at the jump ball and said, "You take AI." That's not fun.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Aldrin out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's LeBron James. And the puck counts. 3-point chance here. So it'll be Derrick Rose shooting. It's going to be on John Wall. Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the evening. free throw drops for Rose.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Now here's Porter. Zeller setting the pick for Porter. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from LeBron. Now the pass to Baldwin. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Porter. Drilled from 11 feet out.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Zeller grabs the board. Beal, that's for two. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
A nice feed from Wall, paving the way for that bucket. That's always his first thought. Find the best shot possible on every trip, whether he has to take it himself or create for a teammate. Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Outside, Beal. There's a screen. Picked by Zeller. And again, Bradley Beal.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it. Baldwin
can't get it to go. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Ball passes to Beal. Morris a screen. Outside, Wall. And the layup's good off the glass.
And in the post, Wall's got a pretty well-developed game for a point guard. He can navigate his way through the big bodies with very few problems.
Here's Baldwin. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
Now here's Zeller. What a tremendous game he played against Houston. 6 on the shot clock. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Wall.
The vision and understanding Wall has in pick-and-roll situations is second to none. So many of his teammates have become better shooters because of Wall's perfect passes out of that set.
And here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Houston.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Right side, Wall. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity.
Now here's James looking for his first basket still in this one. It's stolen by Morris. Beal with it. Out to the wing. Here's Wall. It's deflected. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. LeBron kicks to Baldwin. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Up top, Porter. James covering. Porter can't get that one to fall.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him. Just not good court awareness there. You cannot afford to be careless. That just leads to bad turnovers.
Outside, Wall. It's Morris atop the key. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Here's Baldwin. It's stolen by Morris. Beal against Rose. And Beal kicks to Wall. Morris a screen. Outside, Wall. With the fadeaway. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's James. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
I'm just trying to think of how many times LeBron looks like he's off balance or in a spot he doesn't want to be. Doesn't happen all that often. Two more there.
Here's Morris. He had 13 points in the win against the Rockets in Houston.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
So it's the Cavaliers now. After Markieff Morris's miss, it's good. Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And the 3-ball is good. He's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Outside, Wall. There's Porter with the 3. It's rebounded by Baldwin.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
LeBron kicks to Baldwin. Back to James, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Wizards.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And James throws it down.
Got to admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the paint. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. LeBron James 3rd.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Harrell comes in for Cody Zeller, and it's Ennis in for John Wall. Pass to Beal. Back to Ennis. It's Porter outside. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Porter's got 5 points so far.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Baldwin kicks to Love. And Love throws it down.
Well, if Kevin Love gets that deep and has that kind of room, he's going to make sure of it with the jam.
Ennis dishes to Porter. He kicks it to Beal. Morris with a screen on Shumpert. They double-team Beal. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Back to Love. It's stolen by Morris. Shumpert against Beal. Here's Harrell. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, pretty obvious over-the-back call there, but being out of position, that was really the only option.
Try to make as good a decision as you can every time you have the basketball, but that time he attacked without thinking too much.
Brown is checked in for the Wizards. Nate Walters comes in for Bradley Beal. Cleveland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And taken away by Brown. And here we go. Washington fast break. Ennis has got the ball. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
and it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, for both teams, we're seeing great synergy on offense, but some lackluster defense.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And Brent, 14 years in the NBA, you spent about half your time on the defensive end. Of all the guys you were matched up against, who was surprisingly difficult to cover?
It's funny, Kevin, because a lot of coaches would tell you I did not spend half of my time on the defensive end.
Well, I know better. I know better.
Surprisingly difficult to stop, I would tell you, it would be Mitch Richmond. Many years in Sacramento playing for the Kings. He was known as the Rock, and I can tell you why. Running into him and his physicality as a two-guard was very, very difficult to stop. One of the game's greatest two-guards.
Sturdy, wasn't he? He was thick. He was hard to move is what I think about.
He was very thick and physical, which was something that I was certainly not. And they also ran a myriad of screens for him on every possession. The most potent offensive player they had was Mitch Richmond, and they would get him open every time. So a very difficult cover for me.
Here's Walters following the basket by Dwight Howard. Now the feed to Harrell. The dish to Walters. To the left wing. Three-pointer. And it's Ennis that time on the assist from Walters. And that's now 6 points for Tyler Ennis. Outside jumper. Back to Rubio. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against Charlotte.
And typically on the road, it's harder to get into a great rhythm offensively, but they did just that.
Felt like the louder the crowd got and the more hostile they were, the more together this team played. So it worked out nicely.
Now here's Howard. Pass to the chosen one. Rubio outside. Howard, the pass to the chosen one. Howard kicks to Bosch. They get the rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Now here's Harrell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And Walters kicks to Ennis. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Cavaliers trailing. Here's the chosen one. Rubio outside. Pass to the chosen one. Outside jumper. To the wing right side. Here's the chosen one. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Wizards shooting the ball at a 46% clip to start this game out. Now Ennis. He has 6. Feeds to Morris. Over Howard. No good off the back of the rim.
Perfect defense. Contesting without fouling. Exactly what you want to do, especially deep into the paint.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Washington out in front, leading by a point. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game of basketball at a young age.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form, I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still to this day thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, they're taking care of the ball. They're attacking on defense, and this has them out to a big lead after one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Walters. Markieff Morris is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Ennis, and it's Brown in at the small forward. Now, here's Rubio. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Expanding his range. Good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist. Rubio's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Cavs. Ennis kicks to Walters. Over in the corner, Brown. Wizards passing it around. Morris with a screen on Shumpert. Morris, left side, over Howard. Again the miss by Morris. Cavaliers leading. Outside Shumpert. Rubio outside. Down low. Here's Bosch. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And with Bosch, he's got so many tools he can beat you with. So adept at the mid-range shot, and he feels right at home at the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. Brent, you have 2 championship rings. Some guys would kill for 1. Talk about a season where you thought you would capture a title, but for some reason it just wasn't meant to be.
It's interesting, after the 2005 championship in San Antonio, coming back in 2006, I thought we were destined to get the job done that very next year. And it's funny how slight the difference is between a championship season and just a contending season, Kevin. An injury, a bounce, a foul, a free throw. It makes you appreciate the fragility of what a championship season is all about.
Well said. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Pick by Zeller. Ennis kicks to Farrell. Shoots over Rubio. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Farrell.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Now, here's Rubio. 8 points his last outing. Good on the shot. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Harrell setting the pick for Ennis. In the corner, Farrell. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Farrell's got 5 points in the quarter.
That screen made it impossible for the defense to put up any kind of fight.
Bosch kicks to Rubio. There's the steal. The kick out to Brown. He dishes it to Ennis. To the right side. Here's Zeller. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And gotta like what they've been doing.
And stolen by Zeller. And even 3-on-3 break. Brown the pass to Farrell. Picked by Zeller. And here's Brown outside. Cavaliers with the rebound. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Screen by Howard. Here's the chosen one. No good on the triple. Washington has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Out to the right wing. Ennis kicks to Brown. There's the pass to Farrell. Shot clock at 6. Ennis with the ball. And Bosch picks him up defensively. Ennis misses. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Rubio dishes to Howard. Daniels kicks to Bosch. Lets it go with the 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Bosch has got the lead up to 4 now for Cleveland.
And really, CB wasn't really much of a perimeter shooter those first few years in Toronto, but over time, he continues to improve on that part of his game.
Now here's Ennis. 6 points for him. Picked by Zeller. Over in the corner, Brown. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Here's Rubio. 5 points in the game. Back to Daniels. Pass to the chosen one. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. That doesn't go either for Bosch. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Farrell kicks to Ennis. To the inside and stolen by Howard. And here's Rubio. The 3. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Farrell. Ennis with the ball. Zeller, a screen on Rubio. Farrell passes to Zeller, and he comes off the screen to Perry with a jump shot. And the Wizards lead by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Rubio dishes to Bosch. Here's the chosen one, a second chance effort. Bosch passes to the chosen one. Bosch, a screen on Zeller. Bosch, that's good. Bosch has got 7 points here in this quarter.
And maybe a little disengaged in the first quarter. Ball didn't come his way. He's really provided some scoring in the second quarter of action.
Now here's Ennis. 6 points for him. Pass to Farrell. Picked by Harrell. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Misses the 3.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Bosch, the screen. And Rubio kicks to Bosch. In transition, here come the Wizards. Here's Farrell, covered by Rubio. Farrell passes to Harrell. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Harrell's got his first 2 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. And Brent, when some guys slam it home, they treat it like a normal play. Who are some of the guys that use the dunk as a tactic to fire up their teammates?
Well, I think we have some guys who are really spectacular when they finish, Kevin. Certainly anytime Blake Griffin gets to the rim or DeAndre Jordan, where seemingly his head's up in there and slams it down, it fires up the crowd. But most of the time, it's the little guys that get you going the most. On the fast break, all of a sudden the ball gets to somebody on the wing, and to watch a little guy get up in the air with somebody underneath him and throw it down, that gets everybody off the bench and fired up.
So unexpected, Brent. That's a great point. Pick by Zeller. Zeller setting the pick for Beal. Inside, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Wizards have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Rose. Down low. It's deflected and stolen by Zeller. Here's Beal. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. Cleveland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Baldwin.
Oh,
yes, sir.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Over in the corner, Rose. Cleveland moving it around. James outside. Lock at 6. He gets that one. James has got his third basket of the night.
I like it when LeBron has that kind of rhythm. A one-piece shot, difficult to guard, obviously, but that's a good look from him.
Now here's Zeller. He's got 7. Got a hand on it. Here's James. That's in there. Love with the assist. And it's 8 points for LeBron.
James so quick there on the draw. You got to know he's ready to shoot as soon as he's going to catch that pass.
And Wall kicks to Beal. From about 16. That's short off the rim. Cavaliers have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. LeBron dishes to Love. Beal against James. Right wing. Farrell passes to Porter. Back to Farrell. On the wing, Porter. Zeller setting the pick for Porter. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in. Porter's got 7 points in the game.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
James controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
How about LeBron just finding himself in the right position, being patient, grabs the ball and uses his size well there.
And Beal kicks to Zeller. Passes it to Farrell. Fires the 3. No good there. And Cleveland the other way now. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And they swept the season series against this group last season. Pretty impressive stuff.
Did you see LeBron just shrug off that contact there? It's like nothing even hit him. I just don't ever want to take for granted the fact that LeBron James is simply one of the greatest basketball players that's ever played the game. Am I overstepping it? Not at all. He is just as complete as it gets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Markieff Morris has checked in for Zeller. And Walters checks in for Yogi Ferrell.
Well, still, Kevin, sitting here courtside with you in that fine suit, it gets me excited that I have another chance to watch one of the greatest players to play in the NBA. LeBron James continues to dominate.
Beal can't get it to go. And when it's all said and done, Brent, do you think LeBron James goes down as the most versatile player in NBA history?
There's no doubt about it, Kevin. If you talk about a player that had the consistent dominance that LeBron James had in every facet of the game, from the moment he stepped into the NBA, it's been a remarkable run for him. And when he steps between those sidelines, there's really nothing that he cannot do.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 6. Shoots the 3. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to get a hand up on the three-point shot, but in this case, that didn't even affect it.
Beal dishes the Wall. Morris a screen. Will it go? And Wall slams it home.
And just the overall aggressiveness. Wall enjoys taking on a challenge and succeeding, especially when the D is all over.
James against Porter. LeBron best. Oh!
Yes. And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of player. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Cleveland. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Dwight, what are you seeing from your opponent tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups down low, but if they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
And that wraps up halftime as the game is back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. That is one heck of a view. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could, and boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Well, it's one thing to drive, but it's another thing to drive and dunk. So let's see if he can keep that going here in the third.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Kevin Love. Baldwin out there with LeBron James. And it's Rose. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Baldwin's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Cleveland. Wizards trail by 7. Now here's Wall. And Beal kicks to Porter. Wants to get it to Morris and does. The shot, no good.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
The pass to Baldwin. Dishes it to Love. It's stolen by Wall. And here we go. Washington fast break. Beal's running. It's deflected.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Baldwin kicks to Rose. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Over to the left wing. Love dishes to James. Back to Love. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Number 1, John Wall.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Zeller passes to Wall. Back to Zeller. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Baldwin for 3. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Morris a screen. Fires, high post. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Yeah, they got to hope to turn it on soon. 1 of 4 so far, and they know they got to be better. You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Now here's Wall. 8 points for him. And the rejection by Love.
Encouraging signs when Kevin Love is that intense on the defensive end. Swats that one away.
Pass to Baldwin. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Timeout.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pick by Zeller. Here's Wall. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rose kicks to Baldwin. And Porter comes to help. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And Rose always been one of the best at getting to the line. The D has to avoid fouling in those situations.
The Cavaliers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Wizards trail by 13. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Hit. Shooting one.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
No one near James as he lets it go. That falls. Great assist by Love. 3. Love's got his 3rd assist on the night. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. They set the pick. Zeller dishes to Beal. Looking to get it going.
Oh, wow.
Hello. That's a beautiful jam.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Here's Baldwin. 17 points in the game. And Morris comes over to help. Baldwin kicks to Love. Passes it to Baldwin. 6 to shoot. In the corner, it's James. Here's Love. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Porter outside, drills the three-pointer. Porter's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Washington. Kicks it to LeBron. Porter with the steal. Releases. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Baldwin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Rose passes to Baldwin, kicks it out to Love. And another miss by Cleveland.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
Wall dishes to Porter. Outside, Beal. Zeller setting the pick for Beal. Morris outside. Morris a screen. Beal from long range. And again, Washington with the triple.
Defender must have felt like he ran into a brick wall right there. Really great screen set to give his teammate the wide open shot.
There's a good screen. The Cavaliers again can't hit. For 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the inside. Foul on the play. Basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Harrell, he's checked in for Zeller. Brown comes in for Markieff Morris. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for Beal. And it's Tyler Ennis in for John Wall. And we talk about the things that make LeBron great, Brent. The mental aspect of his game probably goes overlooked sometimes.
When you think about the way that LeBron James can be a chess master out on the floor. Wherever he wants the ball, he can set the pieces up where he knows he can take advantage of how the defense is going to play. And his teammates will tell you he can pretty much recall any play after a game that he's played. So him processing the game is on another level.
And so here's Cleveland following Otto Porter's 3. Cleveland moving it around. The chosen one tries tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's Ennis. No good on the three. The Cavaliers leading by 5. And Rubio kicks to Daniels. Jacks up a 3. There's the pass to Baldwin. To the wing right side. Pass to the chosen one. Here's Baldwin. 20 points for him. Clock at 6. Passes to the chosen one. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Morris.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Baldwin. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Daniels. Back to Ennis, a 3-ball. They get it back. Here's Harrell. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Let's take a look at Ricky Rubio. Some stats on him. Good season for him last year. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
Shumpert in the corner. Puts up a 3, and the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got 8 points.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Farrell kicks to Brown. Pass to Farrell. He feeds it to Porter. The dish now to Brown. In the corner, Farrell. 6 on the shot clock. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin.
And Porter, here we go. And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Shumpert. No good on the 3. Wizards trail by 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often. Oh, you just relish those kind of opportunities. And the defense got lucky, but they need to guard that area of the floor a little bit better.
And Rubio kicks to Bosch. Now Rubio. 8 points for him. Bosch, the screen. Rubio, the pass to Shumpert. Again, Shumpert missing. Washington's gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Brown kicks to Porter, to the wing on the left. Here's Farrell. He's got 5. Picked by Harrell. Here's Brown. Second shot opportunity. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And there's the feed to Howard. Pass to the chosen one. Back to Bosch. The tray. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. The Cavaliers, number 1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those miscues and then capitalizing at the other end. Their defense led to their offense.
Here's Brown. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Brown's got his second bucket tonight. The Cavaliers leading by 6. And here's Rubio. From deep. Offensive rebound. The pass to the chosen one. There's the pick. Rubio dishes to Howard. Passes it to the chosen one. Howard with it. Harrell on him. Over Harrell. Rubio outside, and it's Bosch in the corner. Back to Rubio. The chosen one passes to Shumpert. Rubio with it. He's got 8. Outside Bosch. This one for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Bosch has got 10 points in the game.
Throughout Chris Bosch's career, the jump shot has been his most lethal weapon. You cannot leave him open.
Porter against Bosch. A baseline jam. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Morris comes in for Brown. And Nate Walters subbed in for Yogi Ferrell. Howard kicks to Rubio. Howard dishes to Bosch. Here's Rubio. Out left to the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. And Dwight Howard, the first pick overall in the 2004 draft. At his peak, he won the Defensive Player of the Year award in 3 consecutive seasons. And Brent, he's the only one.
I think you have to at some point just realize what it is that Dwight Howard has been for the length of his career. A lot of people had tremendous expectations that he was going to dominate offensively. It's just not been the case. He has led the league in rebounding 6 times. He's been an 8-time All-Star and will probably end up being in the Hall of Fame.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
He's just such a specimen out there, Dwight Howard. A physically imposing presence on both ends of the floor.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Wizards making a change here. Beal's checked in. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. The Wizards working the ball around now. Harrell setting the pick for Beal. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
Now, here's Howard. Shot clock at 6. Here's the chosen one. Kicks it out to Rubio. Outside Shumpert. Feeds it to Howard. Outside Shumpert. And another shot. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And just an amazing shot fake there from Howard, effectively bringing the defender off the ground and just going right into the contact.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good, and Cleveland making a change here. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Three quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Now here's Ennis. You've got Ennis. Morris is out there with Cody Zeller. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Walters in at the 2. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here's Beal. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Shumpert in the corner. Love with the screen for Shumpert. From downtown, bangs home the trifecta. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
Kevin Love constantly looking to set screens. A good screen will open up more space for him to create some offense.
Here's Ennis. Doesn't go that time.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Misses the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here is Morris. And the rejection by James. Love outside. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. James, the pass to Rose. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Wizards trail by 13. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Walters. He kicks to Morris. The offensive rebound. Inside, Shumpert with the steal. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Out to the wing, and Love has it in the corner. James against Morris. Beyond the arc. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
John Wall's checked in for Tyler Ennis. Baldwin, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Wall. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Zeller. And another miss by Washington.
And getting a hand in the shooter's face, locking down that in-between area.
Just taking on the challenge on every possession. I love defenders who give nothing away.
Now LeBron, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. Goes back up. Back to James. They set the screen. Outside Rose. It's LeBron with the drive.
You got to do better than that, or at least try. LeBron James is just too strong, and a little contact is not going to go a long way.
Wizards trail by 15. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for the Wizards. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
And he's got one heck of a burst on his way to the bucket. Wall is at his best when he's driving the lane, going from 0 to 60 in an instant.
Over in the corner, Rose. Poked away. Wall with the steal. Near the three-point line, it's Porter, and that one hits back iron.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Wizards trail by 16. Now Wall. Pulls it from 20. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Baldwin's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Outside Rose. Wall with the steal. 13 feet away. Morris kicks to Beal. The Cavaliers pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Cleveland moving it around. Here's Baldwin. The long distance three is buried. Baldwin's got 6 in the quarter.
I love the pace he's playing with, letting his offense come to him naturally and then building upon this lead for his team.
Picked by Zeller. Outside, Wall. Takes a shot at the elbow. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
To the left wing. Over in the corner, Rose. Here's Baldwin. Down low. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Morris. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Wizards making a change here. Harrell's checked in. That free throw good from Kevin Love. Hey, Brent, we've seen Hall of Fame players become coaches, but often it seems like the smart role player, they sustain more success in that role of head coach. Why is that?
I think, Kevin, a lot of times the role player is a conduit between both ends of the spectrum of your team. He can communicate with the star player. He can also talk to the guy who's the 12th man on the bench and make sure that both of them are getting what it is that they need to be in the best position to succeed. That's why you see a lot of players in that middle ground who do a great job of becoming NBA coaches as they understand the role of each.
And the work ethic, too, because for role players, maybe it hasn't come as easy. Whereas for a superstar, it was too easy.
That's true, Kevin. And how much work do you have to do with the most talented player on your team? It's pretty specific what his role is going to be. I think a role player who ends up being a coach understands the work dynamic of the rest of the team surrounding that player to create a great positive environment around your star.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the three ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
No doubt. His success converting around the rim is largely due to the one thing he does better than most, and that is fly.
Hey, Brent, analytics more and more playing a part in the NBA, almost to the point where people now feel guilty taking mid-range jump shots because they know the higher percentage that exists. How far is too far in using these numbers?
Well, I think people mention it too much, Kevin, but they don't understand it enough. There's no doubt that analytics plays a huge part in what our game is today. Every team throughout the 30 in the league have several guys employed to look deep into these numbers. But the fact of the matter is, still the best shot in basketball is the dunk or the layup. Teams are still trying to get into the paint and get it done. And the three-point evolution is not going anywhere. So it's about understanding it. Right now we're at a good point. About 33% of shots taken right now are three-point shots. I think we're going to see it get close to 40. Wow. That's about the tipping point.
Wow, 40%. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the three-point attempt by John Wall. Shot clock at 3.
Oh! My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Farrell kicks to Wall. Puts one up from 19. Nice jump shot. Good. Wall's got 10 points in just the second half.
And Wall, just a talented offensive player, someone who lights up the shot chart from just about every area.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
Here's Farrell. The Cavaliers making the shot. It's Brown on the wing. He's covered by Brown. To the wing on the left. Richards passes to Brown. Wizards need to get a shot off here. And it's Harrell missing. Cleveland's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Here's Baldwin. From down in the low post, it goes. Baldwin's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's Brown. And here is Harrell. Picked by Harrell. Brown outside. And Harrell slams it in.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
Here's Baldwin. He dishes it to Harper. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And then there's the other team. Can't say that about them. Big gap in the recent field goal percentage between these two squads.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Brent, it's amazing how the three-point shot has evolved and how much it's being used. And some teams now almost entirely perimeter-based. That three-point shot is the first thing out of their mouth. Can you see a team winning a championship that way?
I saw teams win championships. That's the Warriors and the Cavs. If you look at what they did from the three-point line and the type of damage they did, Kevin, that absolutely was a huge reason why they were championship contenders. You could even look at teams that are qualifying for the playoffs as usually 6 or 7 teams that are in each conference. Of those 8, Kevin, are proficient three-point shooting teams.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Wizards shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Picked by Harrell. Farrell kicks to Brown. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Baldwin's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Inside, and Rubio kicks to Baldwin. Back to Rubio. And it's blocked. Here's Walters. Good on the three-point shot. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're leading by 26. 1:37 left to play here in the fourth.
And a wise move to call timeout there. They need to settle down a bit. They've been playing out of control at times here, and it shows with their turnover numbers.
And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Howard's checked in for Cleveland. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. The chosen one passes to Howard. Here's the chosen one. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the bucket by the Wizards. Dishes it to Howard. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Sometimes the last resort there, Kevin, is to foul Dwight Howard. It happens quite often, but what a powerful presence on the inside.
And he makes the first. That one misses. Washington's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Farrell can't hit. Daniels with it. Over to the wing. Howard in the post. No good on that one. And Washington the other way now. Here's Here's Farrell, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
I like that recognition, effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Outside Bosch, kicks to Howard. And stolen by Harrell. In transition, here come the Wizards. Farrell gets the bucket.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Now, here's Rubio. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, a good win tonight. First game of a back-to-back. How do you turn things around and get ready to play tomorrow?
Well, I mean, we're here. We're here at another tough part in the schedule. You know, we have a very tough challenge tomorrow, especially with a back-to-back. So we're at the part of the schedule where everybody has, but we're going to have to continue to pick it up and hopefully get a W tomorrow.
I know that second night's a grind, but you guys are going to do your best, I know. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.